Tim Cowlishaw, Dallas Morning News sports columnist. He's got it easy. He's always got something to write about, and here you go. Right on a platter. I think you wrote 2 columns. Like, you're on fire with what's going on here. So let me start with, is the Dion possibility a true possibility in your opinion?
In my opinion, Dan, thanks for having me. I think no. But given that it's Jerry Jones, I'm certainly not going to rule it out. There's something about the allure of doing something like that would appeal to him. However, I just think he's going to try to find somebody else. When you look at Dion after 2 years, what is his record at Colorado? About 500, barely over it. And I don't think that's going to be. I don't think this team needs a motivator. I think Dion's stuff works better in college than it will in the NFL. I think this team needs a coach, and it needs different schemes, and it needs new ideas. And I'm not saying Dion couldn't bring that, but I think Dion's greatest strength works better on college players.
And you bring this up in your column. You're saying you got to fix Dak Prescott. Tim, that's going to be difficult for a guy who's injury prone, making that kind of money, and is a pocket quarterback and is 32 years of age. I don't know who can fix that.
You find those aspects troubling. The fact that he's
Yes,
32 and he plays it 2/3 of the games. You see that as a negative. Yeah, and that's why, I've thrown out Cliff Kingsbury. Look, Ben Johnson is everybody's first choice, and nobody has any idea what he would be like as a head coach. But everybody loves Detroit's offense. But you go through Detroit's offense player by player, and Dallas doesn't win anywhere except maybe CeeDee Lamb is a notch higher than Amon Ra, but it's not much if it is at all. And yeah, but if you're the Cowboys, if you're Jerry Jones, you have to hope. All you can do after signing Dak to that contract is hope you get 3 or 4 mostly healthy years out of him. And who can put together the best offense that he can thrive in? I think that has to be the target here.
What happened here in the last 2 weeks with Mike McCarthy?
I don't know that anything did. I mean, that the fact that they met every day last week, I do feel for Mike McCarthy sitting through those meetings. The sun never sets on a Jerry Jones conversation. They just go on and on. And in Jerry's world, they didn't even get to contracts till the last day. So I don't know what in the world they talked about. I think Jerry's mind was probably made up. If they didn't do better in the playoffs this year, no matter how that happened, he needed to go another direction. It's 5 years. It's one playoff win over an 8-9 team. So I don't think anything went wrong. McCarthy actually, I thought, coached the hell out of him after Dak left.
Yeah.
And the way they played down the stretch. And they could have won the Cincinnati game, and they could have won, obviously could have won the Washington game. But while Dak was here, they were 3-5, and they were a mess. And, I just think after 5 years, he had to go look for another voice and try something else.
Okay, but why didn't Jerry make the decision when you had the window of opportunity to interview Ben Johnson?
Because he doesn't operate that way. Because he likes to drag his feet and take a week and give us headlines for talk shows and things like that. I don't really think – I just mentioned Ben Johnson. I don't think he will hire Ben Johnson. I don't think the quiet, soft-spoken, brainy offensive coordinator – they had one of those in Kellen Moore. And I don't think that's Jerry's idea of a head coach. So if Ben Johnson becomes a serious candidate, I would be very surprised.
Any chance that Mike McCarthy had a good day yesterday?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, look, he's been here 5 years, so he's made 35 or 40 million. He hasn't done badly here. It might be. And he turned it down, whatever it was, a 1-year offer supposedly for about the same money. He's confident he'll get the Bears job or another job or sit out a year and try again. And he's not a bad coach. I don't think he enhanced whatever his reputation was before coming here. I don't think he enhanced it in these 5 years.
Well, he kind of got neutered there, and I don't know if he was ever viewed as a coach that was submissive.
It's always difficult here. Parcells is the only hire since Jimmy that Jerry has sort of taken a couple of steps back and let him be the head coach. It's appalling to me that Jerry Jones does his post game press conference at home games the same time Mike McCarthy's talking.
Of course.
And there's like me and 4 other people in Mike McCarthy's room, and everybody else is gathered around Jerry. Just think of what that does, not just to the head coach, but to the signal it sends to all the players walking out. They know who the authority figure here is.
Okay, Tim, if I said to Jerry Jones, you can't talk to the media, you don't do any more interviews for the next 5 years, but I'll guarantee you win one more Super Bowl.
Oh, he's talked about how much money he says he would spend, although he doesn't really spend it. That would be a difficult one. No radio shows?
Nothing.
This man does 2 radio shows a week, Dan.
Oh, I know, and he'd do more probably if he could.
I mean, he'd like to do drive time.
He'd like to host
3 to 6, going home with Jerry. But that would be at this point in his tenure here on this planet, I don't think he's going for that. That's too tough. Maybe 1 year, not 5.
Oh, he couldn't do it.
No, I don't think so.
He could not do it. He loves it. He's addicted to it, and he wants everybody to know that he knows what he's doing. Just trust me. I got a plan.
It's in good hands.
Great to talk to you, as always. And
good to see you.
We'll probably check in with you again soon because you're going to eventually get a head coach here.
They will have a head coach. We'll see who that is.
Thank you, Tim.
All right.
That's Tim Cowlishaw, star of Around the Horn. He also gets around to doing Dallas Morning News columnist work there.